Hello! It's been a really long time since we put out a video on our channel, but we are back today to do a review of our brand new tent, and we're very excited about it. You might have seen a few videos back, we did a review of, and it was a couple of years ago now, our regatta 6-man tent, but we have wanted an air tent for a really long time, especially when we've been putting up our tent at festivals in either scorching heat or storms. We've gone, oh, why didn't we have an air tent? And then the lovely people at OLPRO offered us their OLPRO Home 5-berth air tent to review. So we're really excited to do that today. We've not opened it out of the packaging yet. We've had lockdown because of coronavirus, and we haven't been, our garden isn't big enough to put the tent up in. So we're finally able to get out and about a little bit more. So we've come to my sister's house to put up the tent in her garden, and we're going to take you along and show you what we think as we put it up. It says it's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes to inflate, so I'm going to time it now and I'll let you know if that is our experience. So when we took them out of the box, we have 2 tent bags. We've got this one, which it really weighs a ton. It's very heavy, like hard to lift heavy. And then this smaller bag, I'm not sure what is in which, but we'll show you now. So let's open it up.
We've got some carpet.
Yeah, this is something I'm really excited about, and I think one of the reasons why it is a bit heavier is it comes with its own carpet, which is something that I've wanted for inside of our tent for quite a while now. I think it'll just make it feel a bit cozier. This tent also comes with actual real curtains that you put up on the windows, which is cute.
With the actual tent bit. So we're all at one side. Erecting the home.
Will you pay attention to these instructions, or will you ignore them? Typical bloke. Move that to the side. Now, what is in this little one?
I thought it was another tent at one point. So the pumps in the middle.
Oh,
here.
right, okay.
And I don't know what this bit's for yet. There's all sorts in here. What are they? Home stone bar. See them.
This is why you're meant to read the instructions, Papa Ginge.
Now we're gonna shop things.
We don't know what those are. We need to figure it out. So that's everything out of the bags. Let's have a go.
Let's read the instructions.
So opening it up, we think this one is the inner like bedroom compartment. There's some poles, the pump, and we'll see what else. So we're opening the big one out, which is the main outer tent.
And we'll never get a full look like this ever again.
Yeah, this is the, we'll have to watch this video back to see how it looked when it came out the packaging. So we're just about to start blowing it up now. It says to start from the back and leave the third beam uninflated, is that a word? Because there are some roof storm, what are they called? Hold on. Storm beams that we put on the roof. So we need to leave the third one uninflated for that. I just wanted to say that the pump that comes with the tent is a manual pump, it's not electric. I assumed it was electric, but Marcus just told me that it is actually a manual one.
Where are you going to plug an electric? Where are you going to plug an electric one in?
I don't know, is there not battery powered ones and stuff? I don't know.
Would you rely on a battery powered one?
Yeah, I guess so. Wow, they pump up really fast. I think we need to just straighten them up a bit.
Oh my!
So it doesn't kink.
So it comes like this. So you're going to pump it up, you've got to screw this in first. like that. And then unscrew the top one. This is where you inflate it. And then use the one with the little red sealer on the outside that screws onto here. And there you go, you're ready to pump it up.
Had to stop doing the tent for a second because we found there's a big toad over here. Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! There's a toad?
He's a big fella, isn't he?
Did they poison you?
No, I don't think they poison you.
There's a ginormous toad here.
So this is one of the storm bars pumped up. We aren't sure exactly what we do with them yet, but we think they go inside. We're just blowing the rest of them up and then we're going to figure it out. We've had a little bit of difficulty getting the tent up just because there seems to be lots of things in my sister's garden that keep getting in the way. So when we pulled the porch out, it was getting stuck over there. So we've had to reposition it a few times just due to the shape of the garden, which has added a bit extra time on. So they don't take long to pump up the storm bars at all. There are 6 of these storm bars in total. I've never had a tent with these before. I wonder if this is just something that happens with air tents. We are air tent virgins, I think that's clear.
So the instructions say not to inflate the third beam until the very end, and this is why, because you have these stone balls to put up. And it's for Velcro on the side. So stick one Velcro pad on that side, and then.
Ah, right, I see. I see now.
Spots where you put them like in here and here as well.
You need to be pretty tall to be able to do this. Like Mark is 6 foot. I would not be able to reach up there to do it, which is fair enough, fair point.
Now I've got them in and blow this last beam up though.
Okay. So we just had some poles here to pop on this little bit that comes out. We're struggling to peg this out as far as we need to because there's some paving stones down here.
Now I'm just adding the bedroom section, the blackout bedroom. So it's just clipping in 4 corners and front and back. Then it just clips around the edges in these hooks with the toggles and these things. So I'll do that now. And there you go. That's the bedroom up. So next we're going to put this carpet down, which should make it a bit more luxurious. You can see we have managed to stretch it out as much as we can. We can run out of space. This is just like a test pitch anyway. We'll get some footage of proper camping where we've got loads of space. There's a little point here where some electric points can come through from outside. So you've got an option for electricity.
So here it is up. You can see it in all of its glory. Sadly, the width of the garden, like we got stuck with the paving, so we haven't been able to stretch it out fully, but we're enough to get the gist. I thought our last tent was really big, but this makes it seem like it was quite small. I don't think we'll feel as on top of each other in this, do you?
No.
I think we're gonna have a little bit more room. So we're really impressed with our trial run so far, but it's one thing putting it up in a garden in nice conditions, and it's another thing taking it out on the road and doing it in the wild. So to make this review like a thorough one, we are going to take it out, so that will come next. So we're just taking it down now. The air beams, I was expecting it to take ages for them to deflate, but they deflated right away, didn't they?
Yeah, you open the whole valve, so as soon as you have it.
Yeah, I should have filmed that, to be honest. So we've just popped those stuff over there, and then now we're trying to get it back down to go into the bag. Always the tricky bit. Hello, excuse my tired face because we have just spent a night on a campsite that was quite noisy and very cold, so I haven't had a great night's sleep, but this is the first time that we're testing out the OLPRO home tent, like I want to say in the wild. It's not truly in the wild, but you know what I mean, on a campsite. So our first night overnight in it. So now that we've got it set up, I thought I'd give you a little show around and then tell you what we think of it. So here is the porch area when we go in. So we have just got it set up. We've got firewood there, our water, our little cool box, our cooker and stuff, and then we always have an IKEA bag or an IKEA bag full of shoes at the door. Usually if it's like really muddy, we can empty it and just get people to step in it and take their wellies and stuff off so it doesn't get the tent all mucky. I really like that the porch has a ground sheet. We've not had a tent with a porch before, so we're really enjoying having this place where people can take their shoes off and not get the tent messy. And then I'm going to show you our little toilet set. It's not particularly glamorous. This is our setup at the moment. We've got our little toilet, a little light there for in the night. I used that last night. Some moist toilet tissue to get us tent fresh. It's got a little modesty curtain here. And it's quite spacious. Usually we just have to use this potty in the tent, which has been not good for your pride or your dignity, but now we've got this little area. It's quite nice. There we go. So in the tent itself, we've got this little area which you can use as a kitchen, a wardrobe. I think it's intended as a kitchen. This comes down and zips up, so you can put stuff in there and then zip it down so it's tidy. We really could do with like a little kitchen organizer area, but we don't have one, so it's kind of a little bit of a dumping ground at the moment. We just picked up one of these from Aldi. How much was, I think it was about £10, and it folds flat. So we've just got some electronics and some cleaning products in there. But we've got a pile of clothes here at the moment. We could fit those in there and then zip it up, and it would be quite tidy in here. It's a lot more spacious than what you think. That's a really big rucksack we've got there, a bag of food, a picnic kit. So it is quite spacious. Something I'm loving about this tent that we have never had before and have always wanted is a tent carpet, and it's a game changer. It is so much more comfortable and warm. It just feels a lot more cozy, doesn't it?
It's only around mine.
Yeah, I said that yesterday and you said, oh, it doesn't matter, does it? And I said, yeah, I think we've got it the wrong way around, which we have. And it also just makes you feel like when you're using the chairs and stuff in, like you're not risking your ground sheet. We've got our little camping chairs set up here, so you can see how much room we've got. We've got 4 full-size camping chairs here, and we've just got our little camping table. It's like a games table over here, and our another window, and we've got the curtain open, like the sophisticated people that we are. Little Arlo here, playing on his Nintendo Switch.
No.
What are you playing, Arlo?
No.
Animal Crossing?
No, not anymore.
Oh. We've got another door here. We haven't been using this yet because we've just been using this entrance, which I've quite enjoyed. But yesterday when it got hot in here, it was nice to open that up and let the breeze in. We don't know what these are for. There's this Velcro bits up the side. We need to figure out what they're for, but what we're using it for at the moment, which is quite handy, is we're hanging our bin off it. We've got a dirty washing bag down there. We've got our electronics coming through the tent here, which is very convenient. And then this is the bedroom part. It's got the same as what our last tent did, which is these pouches for popping things in, which helps keep you organised. I really like those. And then these, I guess you can hang things off these. We've not got anything hung off them yet. And then I'll show you in here. So we zip our way in. It's hard doing this one-handed. Here's our little bedroom setup. So we have at the moment 2 double self-inflating mattresses and 2 double sleeping bags and pillows and assorted teddy bears and hats in case it gets cold in the night, which it really did last night. And it's really, really spacious in here. I mean, you can I'm 5'3", I'm stood up and I've got tons of headroom. Mark's 6 foot, he can stand up in here. It's got a middle compartment so you can fully zip that up and have 2 separate sections. We have it open because we like to sleep as a family. Same as our last tent we had, we've got these little pouches at the side for popping things in, which we like to use to pop our water, our AirPods, Kindles, things like that. But it's very cozy in here. This on the outside, you can open that up and let air through. We did that last night and I kind of regret it now because whilst it's really hot in here right now, that made it quite cold last night. So tonight we're going to keep that shut this evening and see if that makes a difference to the heat in here. But yeah, it's a really, really spacious tent. Yeah, what I will say is if you were shorter, even if you're tall, maybe bring a fold-up step for this tent because it is really, really high. There's certainly, if Papa Ginge wasn't here, there's bits that I would not be able to reach if I didn't stand on something. So he can reach those. I, you know, am nowhere near. What did you say yesterday about putting it up? Which bit to do?
Just put these these straps. Put them on before you
the guy ropes.
Well, yeah, put them up. It's a clip in. Yeah.
Hold on.
This one's alright for that one.
Yeah.
Clip them in first before you blow it up.
So I don't know if you heard him there, but clip those in before you blow it up because otherwise it's hard to reach them. So here's the outside of the tent. We had a little fire pit going last night, but I do really like the design of it. I like the green and the grey. I think it looks really nice and you can see how big it is. Excuse my squeaky shoes. Very squeaky, these shoes. So here's the back. So here you can see what I was saying about this, that you can lift up and roll it up and it just lets a bit more air into the bedroom. I think we need to tighten that. Lena was complaining about the noise that was making last night. She said it sounded like pecking and she was right. I think it's because it's too loose. So I have to sort that out today. And here's the other side. There you go. Back to our crib. There we go. So we've had some confusion over the curtains. We had all of the curtains up, but there was, on this window, there was a gap around the edges, but then on this window over here, there was an overlap. So I was like, something's gone wrong here and we can't figure it out. There weren't any instructions about the curtains, but we figured out that 2 of the curtains are bigger than 2 of the other curtains. So the 2, for reference, if you're putting up this tent, the 2 bigger curtains go on the inside of the tent, and the 2 smaller curtains go in the porch. So here and in the toilet in there. Because we've just been trying to figure it out. So before you put the curtains up, check which ones are the bigger ones and which ones are the smaller ones, because there isn't much in it at all. I'm a bit conflicted about how I feel about the curtains, because I know it is like nice and homely to have them, but I'm kind of finding it a bit more of a faff than just our previous tents where we've just had the zipped ones. Like, I don't know whether I feel like it's a little bit of a gimmick and it's another thing that we have to faff on doing. So I'm here with Papa Ginge just to offer our final opinions on the tent. What did you think about putting it up compared to our pole tent? Because obviously we've put it up twice now. The first time it took us a while because we were in my sister's garden and there wasn't a room. I felt like it was a lot easier yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth putting it up a first time somewhere in your household or someone else's garden, probably a big enough one like we did. Just so you've got some idea before you try and pitch it in the wild, where you expect to be living there for the night.
Yeah, so putting up the tent was pretty quick, but I think it was all the little fixtures and fittings to make it cosy in here that took a bit longer, like getting the curtains on, sorting the porch out, getting the toilet like things set up. Yeah, but I didn't think, I don't know, it didn't feel like it took as long as it took to get it up is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, there was no problem getting up.
What do you think about any other comparisons to the last tent we had?
I didn't injure myself from this one.
Yeah, you got a spectacular twang
Yeah.
in the private parts from one of the poles on our last tent, which I very much enjoyed watching. He literally fell to the floor. It was funny. I've got a photo of it. We'll pop it in here so you can see. I obviously offered no sympathy and just took a photo for memories. But yeah, I think that's all we've got to say on it for now. So far, I would recommend it. It's really, really spacious, really, really big. I think the only criticism of it is, if you can say it's a criticism, is that it could be too big. We've got a Ford Focus, and it definitely takes up more room in our car than our last tent did, which was a six berth tent. So if you've got like a small space, it might be a little bit big for your car. But other than that, I'd thoroughly recommend it. We'll see how today goes in it. Okay, I think that's everything we've got to say on it, and it's getting quite hot in here now, so we're gonna go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions about the tent, pop them in the comments and we will answer them. We always respond to all of our comments on YouTube. Lena's saying there's a bee in the tent. It's not, it's a fly. We have this every single fly. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.